Good morning, guys, and welcome back to our channel. And Sissy is still sleeping. Oh my god, Sissy, wake up! Sissy, wake up! So, for today, guys, it's not about Sissy, but it's about my Dahlia tubers. I am dividing my Dahlia tubers today, and this is actually the time of the year, August. August 1. Today is August 1. And this is the time of the year when I'm usually dividing most of my tubers. But some of them have been like stored since back in June, and some of them even as late as May. And I am just wanting to share with you how I am dividing my dahlia tubers. And as you can see, I have some of them that are already divided. And by the way, these are my coralli. And I have some more corallis actually, but this is the only one that I'm really certain of that it is a coralli. And I have some of my Wizard of Oz's there that I already divided as well. But I still have one more Wizard of Oz, which I'm going to show you. Oh, by the way, I just want to show you also. These are some of the dahlia tubers that I have stored back in June. And as you can see, I have this one. This dahlia is called Boy Scout. This one is one of my favorites this year, and as you can see, it's starting to germinate now. And I just need to divide it as well. This is one of my favorites, and I'm going to divide it later. But I'm probably just gonna show you what I've been doing now, which is dividing my other Wizard of Oz, which is this one. It's got its huge clump of tuber, and I actually have started doing the division of this, but I'm probably just gonna show you one more the process how I'm doing it. And let me just get my tools and I will be back shortly. Okay guys, so welcome back, and here we go. We're ready for this Dahlia tuber division. And again, this is my Wizard of Oz, and thankfully this year this Wizard of Oz produced this huge clump of this beautiful healthy tubers. Look at this one, and this one is already removed or divided, and this one also came from this, and this one as well. Look at that. So let me just show you first what we need for this kind of operation. So first of all, um, get one of these pruning scissors or pruner or secateurs, whatever you call it. And I just have this one, the pointy one like this, because it's, I don't know, for me it's much easier to use this kind of secateur. So I am gonna show you why it's important, because as you can see, it's so complex. Looking at the tuber, you need to sometimes go inside in the middle of this tuber, and if you are going to use something like this, I think it's too thick, and I feel it's not really gonna let you have an access inside the tuber, inside these spaces there. As you can see, those holes. So aside from that, I also have this one, just some water with dishwashing soap. This is just to help at least minimize the, if there's any bacteria, if you're using your secateurs multiple times with different tubers. I am quite confident anyway that I don't have any gall issues here in our garden, because I haven't been buying new dahlias since I think 3 years ago. I know actually last year I bought one, but that one is planted in the pot. So I feel I shouldn't be afraid of gall, but just for safety precautions, have your soap ready, a solution, soap solution like this, and whenever you need to also wash this secateur, because sometimes you'll see this one is full of soil, as you can see, and just to make it cleaner as well and easier for you to cut whatever you want to cut in here. But now let's get to the point. So the main goal here, every time you are dividing a dahlia tuber, is for you to at least get a portion of this crown, this part, because this is where the new shoots or the new growth of the dahlia, of this dahlia tuber, will start. So as you can see, this is the old stem, and all of the new stem will begin from this main crown. And in order for this main crown to survive as well, you need to have tubers. And even as small as this one, based on my experience in the past years, they are surviving. But since this one is tiny, and I have another very tiny tuber here as well, so I just thought I'll just keep all of them. So I'm going to plant this one, and as you can see, for sure we will get some more new growth in here. And by the way, if you'd like to propagate also your dahlia, if you have, let's say, like this one, this is my favorite actually, Wizard of Oz, and I propagated this one last year. You can also propagate your dahlia by collecting new shoots from this one, the freshly cut shoots from the crown. You can use it, cut it, and plant it somewhere. You can use maybe clone solution, the powder, to help it root, the rooting solution I mean. So you can use that one as well. But in most cases, based on my experience, even though I don't have those rooting hormones, they were surviving. Most of them, they survived. And as you can see, some of these Wizard of Oz were also the result of my cutting propagation. So as I was saying, guys, this is the type of shoot that you can cut directly from the crown of your dahlia if you want to propagate them. So I still kept this part, and this will produce new roots, and those roots will become tubers one day. And like this one, I'm going to propagate this one. So this is from my Boom Boom White. Anyway, speaking of cutting propagation, I also have a video about that. Just scroll down my videos. I think I have that one 2 or 3 years ago. But anyway, I'll probably just put the link down below in the description section. So again, the main goal is for you to keep a portion of this crown, because that's where the new shoots will be coming from. So now, this is a very complicated surgery. We're going to look for a way, if you really want to divide your dahlia as much as you can, as possible. I think this one is still a potential that you can separate this and get a new growth from here. But let's see what I can do. So I'm probably just gonna cut this one in here. Don't be afraid, even if you lose some of the tubers. As mentioned, if you'd like to propagate, if there are new shoots coming up, you can also cut them. So I'm probably just gonna cut this one. This one is a bit difficult. Oops. Okay, there you go. So I cut this one. I still have a very tiny part of the crown in here. It may or may not grow, depends on the damage that we've done. But I feel this one, there is a possibility that it can still grow. But as mentioned, don't lose hope even if you think you cut it incorrectly. That means you have given way for the other parts of the tuber. So as you can see in here, I have some more actually, and I can probably just cut. Actually, I may probably be able to cut this one like this way, and let's see. So just look at the different angle. So I can probably just cut this part so that okay, there you go. It was flying. So look at this one. I can still I think this one, I cut this one really nicely. If I really want to, I can still cut this one into two, maybe actually into three, because I can see that all of these tubers have the connection to the crown. Obviously you can see the part of the crown. I can divide, I can still remove this one, as mentioned, based on my experience, even this very tiny tuber, they're still growing. But of course, depends on the damage that you have done. Maybe in the past I really didn't damage them that much, but as I can see in here, if I'm really desperate to propagate this one further, I can probably still divide this one into three, because this tuber has a part of the crown. Oops, it's not focusing. This tuber still has the part of the crown which is up to here, and then the biggest tuber also, as you can see, has the biggest part of the crown also, which is this one. And then as you can see, this tiny bit, you can see that there's already an eye poking out there. So yeah, maybe I can still divide this one into two, which I am going to do. No, I'm probably just gonna leave it like that. Anyway, and then let's go to the remaining one. So look at this one. I can probably, based on what I'm seeing right now, I can probably still divide this one into three or two. But now I can probably cut this part. As you can see, there's still part of the crown in here, and since I'm just showing you guys, sometimes when I'm really desperate to propagate a particular variety of dahlia, I will still cut this one and, you know, take some risk. And I think it's a good risk because I can see there's still crown. So as you can see, there you go. That's the part of the crown which is really important. You can see because they're like tiny eyes. And this one also I can see in here. So let's keep it there, and I'm going to plant that one as well. And so we are left with this one. So as you can see, there's still this huge tuber in here, and you really want to save that one. And where am I going to cut this now? So as you can see, there's still a big part of the tuber in here. I can actually cut this one. I can cut this one because I can see some eyes in here, and I'm probably gonna yeah, I'm probably gonna do that one. I'll cut this part. There you go, almost there. Alright, so as you can see guys, again as mentioned, I can see, oh, I think I almost damaged this one, but I can still see there's some ice in there and it's still really intact, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. So I think this is definitely will still grow. And then this is the last part. So I can still divide this one into two. I'm just gonna cut this one. So as you can see, the big tuber is still connected to this one, to this crown, and you can still see some ice in here as well, so it's safe to slay that part. So we're just gonna cut that one now. This is a bit hard. This part is a bit hard. I think this is the most matured part, but anyway, we made it. Okay, there you go guys. And I'm probably just gonna, you know what, because this is Wizard of Oz, even though I have a lot of Wizard of Oz already, I'm still gonna cut this one just for the sake of propagating it, because I really like it, and I still can cut this one in here. And now I'm left with this too, and I'm just gonna cut this one and tidy up. And as you can see guys, there's a big eye in here, and this one as well, it's still got its the part of the crown, which is also a big one, so there's always a possibility that it's still gonna produce new growth somewhere in here. And yeah, so there you go. After dividing this dahlia, I'm using this one. This is flowers of sulfur, and I usually just spray them, or sometimes not really spray, but I usually dip this one, but I don't have any container where I can use this one, so I will probably just kind of like spray like this, so just to keep this part safe from any possible contamination. And sulfur also has some properties for preventing storage rot, and they also said that it is also a very good antifungal, so why not use and try it, since I've been doing this actually for the past 3 years. And yeah, I can say that using this sulfur powder is really effective for preventing storage rot. And though it's already almost time for us to plant these Dahlia tubers, because now it's starting to become warm, and this is the last month of winter here in New Zealand, so I can just start planting them, even though I'm not putting this sulfur powder anymore. It should be fine actually. It's just some preventive measures which I have been like doing in the past 3 years, so it's fine. Alright guys, so we are done. So let's count how many tubers we have now for this coming season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, So one clump was divided into 10. So yeah, I think that would be all for today, guys. And if you have any questions about this dahlia cutting, dahlia project, dahlia division that we did today, please leave your comment in the comment section down below, and I will be glad to answer all of your questions. Alright guys, thank you very much, and I will see you again on my next one. Bye for now.